Add a little bit more to the video I just made. I'm not really good at this techie stuff. Sometimes well, I'm good at certain aspects, but not all aspects. But anyway, that's another point. You know, in the movie The Matrix, right? Neo Neo just thought, okay, I want to be awakened from the false reality, right? He was searching, and eventually, he, due to his searches, he came across, he was doing a lot of research on Morpheus, right? So it comes across Morpheus. Morpheus is like, yeah, you're the one, blah, 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 blah. Neo doesn't quite believe it. They go to see the Oracle. He asks the Oracle, hey, but indirectly, the Oracle didn't even answer the question, really, if you really watch the movie. She didn't actually answer his question because he didn't actually believe that he was the one. The point is, nobody can tell anybody that they're the one, or nobody can tell you your power. Nobody can show you that you are consciousness, right? You have to know it. You have to believe it yourself, right? So further along in the movie, right, Neo was fighting agents or something. I can't remember. I haven't seen it in a while. And he was like, he fucked up the agents. And remember, the Matrix kind of, the team, you know, from the real world, they weren't very good at, you know, fighting the agents. Even Cypher told him, you know, if you in a situation, just run, right? But there was a point where Neo was supposed to run. Trinity, everybody was watching the screen. They were like, yeah, run. And he turns around and he actually engages the agents and he wins, right? And in that moment, Morpheus says something so profound. Morpheus said, he's starting to believe, right? So he's starting to believe that he is more powerful than, or he's capable of beating them. Being the one doesn't necessarily mean that you are like it just means that you are starting to believe different things. You're starting to believe in your power, right? And that goes back to the Anthony Hopkins video. Like, it doesn't matter what it is, it doesn't matter what you want to, just believe that you can do it, and it's sheer power. And that's why the system that we live in, the construct, the simulation, the whatever you want to call it, flips our power on its head. It corrupts our power. It inverts our power. So instead of us knowing that we can fly, yeah, we can walk on water, we can leave our bodies and rejoin the infinite and come back, you know, whenever we want. We can see into the future and the past, even though time doesn't exist, because we're all things at all times, all the time, right? We can access that Akashic record. We can speak to you. We can travel back in time, whatever, all of it, right? Instead of us actually being able to harness those powers, they've actually got us to believe some dog shit, that you are separate from everybody else. You're just a cog in the machine. You're just a speck of dust. And that was Carl Sagan's job, actually, to try and convince you that you're a speck of dust in the middle of nowhere, going nowhere. So belief is really, really important. And I know there are a few other consciousness people talking different things and all the rest of it. I set my stall out on two concepts. My concepts are, you're a fragment of God here. You're a fractal. You're a piece of God, you know, but a fractal, which means that you are exactly the same as the original, but just a smaller version, like a fractal of it, right? And I say that with absolute confidence, because why should I see myself as any less? Because the spark of life animates me. It's in me. I'm connected to it. So why would I think that I'm less than that? It's disrespectful. You understand? So yeah, it's very, very important. And I think The Matrix as a movie, you know, there are so many different concepts that, you know, shed light on these things, because the whole point is Neo was able to even use his powers against the machines in the real world. Because remember, his powers only existed in the Matrix, in the construct, right? But he was actually able to use it in the real world. He was able to see them even when he didn't have vision and stuff like that, right? because at that point he believed that he was the one. He believed that he was all powerful, right? So it doesn't matter that, like, belief as a power doesn't need an explanation. It doesn't need a structure. Like, if you believe it, that's it. And that's why the system goes to unbelievable lengths to try and get you to believe the most ridiculous, stupid things. Because guess what that's doing? That's taking away your power as consciousness, which is then depriving you of experiencing this place in its full, whatever the word is, glory, but yeah, man, it's far more complex than you think. It's way more complex than you think. I don't know if to do this in different parts or tag this onto the other video, but I have to think about it. Oh gosh. Anyway, like I said before, you are. I've got a birdhouse, and a new bird has just showed up. I find it so fascinating when they come in. It's really cool. Anyway, yeah, it's really interesting. Yeah, anyway, like I said, I'm speaking to myself and you're only hearing your own thoughts, man.